Welcome back to Hey Kentucky, and look who we found. A Lexington television legend, Kenny Rice. Kenny, how are you, sir?
Matt, good to be with you and good to see you.
You like this?
I like that, and everybody in Churchill Downs apparently does as well.
That's right, they can all see it.
Yeah,
That's right.
Yeah.
Kenny's doing the coverage for NBC Sports and NBC Sports Channel. You've been doing the Derby how many years?
17 with NBC, and then in local, going back to 81 was my first one.
What's
So
your favorite Derby memory?
You know, it's hard to beat American Pharoah,
Yes.
especially when Pharoah went on to do what he did. So that's not that far back. But that was a special one. 89 was a special one with Sunday Silence with Ali Sheba because I knew the connections.
Yeah.
So from a personal standpoint, that was good. But
What was Ali Sheba, 87, is that right?
87 was out. Yeah,
Sunday
look at
Silence,
you.
an easy gower in 89.
Look at you. You look.
Hey, listen, I watched you growing up, not to make you feel old.
No, that's okay.
Now, you got this year's Derby, seems like probably justifies the overall favorite that most people. Do you think he's worthy of the crown?
I think he's worthy of being the favorite for the simple fact he's done everything asked. He's been dominant in his 3 wins. You look at his numbers, they like the buyer figures, triple digits all the way through. So I think he's worthy of that, but I do think this is the deepest field that I can remember. There's probably 5 horses in addition to him that I think you could say they could be the favorite, and it wouldn't be a great stretch. And Audible would be one of those. Good Magic would be one. Vino Rosso would be another one in there. And Mendelssohn is a real question.
A good price on a lot of those, actually, because of that. I agree with you. Normally I try to pick the 2 or 3 favorites, but I think there's like 6 this year.
I think so, Matt. This is really going into it. You know what's going to happen. We'll probably wind up getting our own Loyola that's going to pop in. This is the real ripe for that 30 to 1
do you
shot.
have one of those that maybe you look at and you go, that's a long shot that could hit?
Enticed has run over this track. He's been on a wet track. I think there's a possibility if I had to throw out one. Hofburg is the other. I think those are the 2 liveliest of the long shots.
Yeah.
And then I think there's about 5 or 6 you can eliminate no matter what.
I really like Hofburg. We actually did a thing last night saying he looked like Alan Cutler as well. You worked with Alan Cutler, by the way, forever. Tomorrow is his last day.
I know. I saw him over in the paddock, and those guys get old. I keep going. These other guys, they get old. And
You're never going to quit.
They fall by the wayside. No, I'm happy. Alan and I have been dear friends forever, and I'm happy for him. And I just want to see if he can not be busy.
Yes,
I think that's the biggest thing.
I'm not sure if he will. Now, you've had a career doing all kinds of sports, from basketball to UFC to MMA, all this stuff. What's the thing you enjoy the most?
Meeting the people. Kind of like when you get out and meet everybody, different locations. Meeting the people, because everybody's got a story.
Yep.
I've had the MMA guys I'll take a quick one. I met Randy Couture, legendary fighter. First time I met him, he reminded me, was in 92 when he was an All-American wrestler at Oklahoma State, and I'd been sent out by the TV station to follow up on how Eddie Sutton was doing when he was coaching. And in the small world, I run into him. And then I ran into Randy, and he said, I think we met a long time ago. Coach Sutton introduced us. So, small world.
It goes to show it's a small world. So at the end of the day, your pick, are you going to go ahead and go with Justify?
Matt, I'm going Justify. I'm putting Audible right behind him. Don't forget the Florida Derby winner. And Good Magic, and Hofburg is that 4th horse that I'm going to squeeze in there for a superfecta.
I love it. Let me tell you. One long shot. There's always one big long shot.
Always, that's one.
Lone Sailor in your superfecta.
That's a long one.
Lone Sailor
I'm going to put him in there now.
Just put him in there. Kenny Rice, it's great to see you.
Matt, great to be on, man. Thank you.
We'll take a break. Come back. Drew Franklin and I here at the Oaks. This is Hey Kentucky.